As the Broncos have gotten out to an 0-4 start, it's been queried by many in the media and in the fan base that the team has forgotten how to win. Holding the NFL's longest active losing streak at 8 games, the evidence bears that out. But how are the Broncos supposed to shake this loser's amnesia and get back on the winning track? In a conversation with KOA's Logan and Lewis on Denver radio, GM John Elway actually hit the nail on the head in a couple of ways, but especially when he said, quote, "We've still got to do a better job of handling adversity during games, being able to bounce back," close quote. Elway was talking specifically about Joe Flacco's interception toward the end of the second quarter of the Broncos' Week 4 loss to Jacksonville and how the complete team went into a shell and wilted in the face of that adversity. Football is a game of attrition. No team is ever going to play a perfect 60 minutes of football. That means mistakes are going to happen. Winning teams, when faced with a bump in the road, have the wherewithal to gather themselves and bounce back. Resilience in the face of adversity is crucial to playing a winning brand of football. We can trace the Broncos' apparent lack of emotional mettle back to the 2017 season. As a team that's only won 11 of its last 36 games, instead of going into a contest with the expectation of winning, the Broncos go in hypersensitive to the possibility of losing. The last 2 years have worn this team down to a point where, even if the Broncos won't admit that they've come to accept being a losing team, they at least believe they are the slaves to Murphy's Law. If something can go wrong in-game, the Broncos believe it will. And when it inevitably does go sideways, because, again, no team plays a perfect 60 minutes of football, the team takes on a here we go again mentality, which torpedoes their ability to bounce back. So how do the Broncos overcome this spiritual crisis? That's the question. Elway said it best, quote, "If we can eliminate the little things, then we have a chance to get back. That's where we have to start. We can't dwell on the past. We can learn from the past, but we've really got to keep our focus going forward," close quote. The Broncos are dwelling on the past, or at the very least, they're letting their past influence their present. That's a bad equation for playing winning football. A few tweaks here, a few tweaks there, as Elway said, if not eliminating the little mistakes, at least minimizing them, and the Broncos will be halfway home. The other half absolutely comes down to the team's collective mindset. Until this team shows that it has the wherewithal to overcome common mistakes, show resilience in the face of adversity, and answer that bell when it tolls, the Broncos will be stuck in the past. Getting over the hump will require this locker room to exorcise some demons once and for all. For Mile High Huddle and Sports Illustrated, I'm Chad Jensen.